thank you for your interest in how the Pocket Testament League is working on the continent of Africa. Most of the time I talk about a specific country or a group of countries, but now I'm talking about an entire continent. Why is that? Well, let me paint the landscape for you and then talk to you a little bit about what Christians face and then how the League is supporting them. Africa as a continent is really interesting because people who study macro trends are telling us by the middle of the 21st century, 50% of the planet's population is on that continent. Just think about that. Over 4 billion people are on the continent of Africa across its 50 countries. Additionally, we know that 40% of the 18-year-olds, at the time I'm filming this, they're not born yet. 40% of the 18-year-olds of the world will be on the continent of Africa, living in cities. Now, I just have to confess to you, as a Westerner, I don't think of cities when I think of Africa, but that's what's happening. Christians there are spreading hope, which I find remarkable. When I go to Africa, because of what those people have faced, in terms of colonization. And then, they'll elect somebody as a government leader who just pillages the people of the country time and again. You would think they would just kind of give up, but they're not. Why? Because they know that our hope is in Jesus Christ, in the living God and the living Word, and they want to share it all over that continent. That's the picture I want to give you of a Christian. And so what we do is we work in Africa both digitally, there'll be more on that in another video, and in print. We are in every country in that continent. And we have 5 strategic partners that give us a ground game in 37 of the 50 countries. It's wonderful to see how they work because they know the local landscape. Some work in tribal villages where reading doesn't exist, and so they use the app and they use video. Some work with college students where they read. Where they know what's currently going on. And so I love it that we partner with people who know the ground game and who love the Word of God and they love Jesus and they have a heart for the lost. They're PTL people because they bear those 3 marks and they believe in the power of the Word of God and they lead with it. So you'll see how we're working in Africa and the millions of people that we're reaching. But think about the next 10, the next 20 years. What does the church, what do we need to be doing so that continent is one for Christ? Would you join us in our efforts in Africa? Thank you.